And like I feel like that's the lesson to be like to pull from this for every other filmmaker is like if you're gonna do it right from every aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
there's I learned so much and I'm like really grateful for the opportunity and the fact that I got to work with so many cool people. And I don't want to make it feel like it's like this personal beef between, me and George. However, I do think that there was personal reasons why it was done in this fashion, and that's just sloppy business, you know? First, first interview I get to do post
Okay, I am
2025.
I want to hear just like all the things. I saw your thing and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be one of the like most watched interviews in the Vegas scene for a while because this is the most insane stuff that's happened. I've been like trying to keep track, but there's so much craziness that's gone on. So,
Yeah, dude.
I want to hear everything."
So yeah, dude. I just basically like really wanted to kind of clear up some things, make everything like really blatantly obvious, and explain what the heck is going on. You know?
I am so curious. I want like the full rundown.
Okay.
I'm assuming this is all about First Friday stuff, right?
A big part of it, but yeah, I do
Okay.
want to announce some other cool things that I have going on that are way more fun and way more exciting.
Okay, great. Great.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, I signed on to do this project 2 years ago, and I first thing I brought up when I signed on was that we needed an accountant, and that was quickly dismissed. Looking back on the situation now, we needed an accountant. Um, there was a lot of discrepancies in how things were done. There was a lot of personal beefs that got in the way. Without blatantly naming names and stuff like that, my biggest advice I can tell everyone is make sure that every contract is in front of you and in your hands. Um, and if there is any sort of back end deal going on, I highly recommend uh, having a clause in your contract alluding to where projects do end up going. Basically, Uh, yeah. Dang, I really don't want to get like too messy, but
No,
yeah,
man.
dude. That,
Let's get messy, bro.
yeah,
I am I am in a
I
messy
love
mood
that.
right now. I want everything.
Yeah, dude. Essentially,
I want to
damn,
rap
yeah.
beef over this. That's what I want. If this
I
guy can
know you
rap, I
would.
want
I love the tea. I was so glad that you hit me up first because I feel like you have such a pure heart. And I can't be too messy with you.
No, no, no. I want you to be messy. I'm
Um,
I'm here for it.
so what do you like? What are you curious about here?
Okay, okay.
Guide me a little bit in the story
Okay.
because
Okay.
it's all a blur.
So, okay. So I'm going to give my understanding and I want you to correct me or embellish any details as I go through this story.
Copy, copy, copy. Yeah,
Okay.
explain this for the people.
Okay. So, you had your primary collaborator on the first Friday film, which was a guy who you'd worked with before for music videos. That's correct, right?
Exactly. Yeah, very true. And with other things. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's his name, just so I know what his name is?
This is the no, I can't. I don't want to get too messy. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. We're not
But the
saying names
primary
then.
collaborator. Yeah, yeah.
Primary collaborator. Okay. I'm going to call him George just so I can have
George
a
of the
name.
Jungle. Let's do it.
George of
Yeah.
the Jungle. So you and George of the Jungle variety, a messy individual, decide to do this. And you're like, dude, we've been friends. We work well together. Let's just send it. No big deal. So you get involved, and you being like a charismatic person who's worked in PR and marketing for a while, you have a lot of connections.
Absolutely. Yeah. Very
And
true.
so you're able to get some sick connections for this project and raise not like an insane amount of money for a movie, but enough money for to do a full length, which is
Okay. So
substantial.
let me clarify that.
Okay.
That's not the case. I didn't necessarily raise the
Okay.
money. I did, however, get us to get a lot of like financial concessions, get us like some really good deals on a lot of things
Okay.
that we got for the project between venues, actual labor, just even like getting like connected with certain individuals,
Okay.
theme songs, stuff like that. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so
Like,
you didn't do as much in the investment side of it. You did more with the creating opportunities and getting good deals on things that normally would have cost a lot more money.
a lot more money. And I
Yeah.
also did throw my own funds at things when they were needed.
Right. Okay, great. For example, getting L13 to do the theme song, which is a great theme song.
Banger, absolute banger.
Banger.
Love that song.
Love that song too. I love L13 too. What a good guy.
Great guy.
Great performer. And you got, the rooftop Taverna Costera scene, which, like, to book a scene like that on top of a rooftop venue, if it wasn't like, if you didn't have a connection with Jeff, that would be easily half of the budget of the film.
It would have been a lot more expensive. And like that being said, I didn't exclusively lock that down, but I do think that my prior work at Taverna made it a lot easier to do so.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's the case as well. Yeah. I think Jeff is very much like a connections guy. And if he knows and he can trust someone, he's much more willing to accommodate them.
Absolutely.
With my personal experiences with Jeff. So you're making all these connections. You're very involved in this project.
Absolutely.
Then you are very involved in the promotion of this project. Like, this project is getting attention because you are using your abilities as a good promoter to get it out there. You've been working in music journalism for a long time, so you're
marketing, running social media,
right,
generating UGC, things that I get paid for typically. I have real jobs that pay me money to do these things.
Right, and you had a residual system set up for payment for these things.
Yeah, basically it was I didn't ask for anything up front. I didn't ask for any money during the day. I didn't pay a dime working on it. I invested my own money into the merch, stuff like that. And the ultimate, it was like, hey, I'll get you back. And I was like, a lot of it was, no, you're going to get me back with the project, and
right.
That being said, there was never any payback for personal aspects, like friendship things,
Right.
It turned in, yeah.
Yeah. And so then you go out and you start shopping this in a few different ways. One, doing the festival circuit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Putting your own money to flying on those festival circuits.
Absolutely. Yeah. And even paying for specific festival entries, stuff like that. And yeah, and paying not just for my own plane tickets, stuff like that. That money that that I had to basically like scream and plead for to get back for flights and stuff like that. So it was not that, at least a couple of the flights were at least paid back for. So shout out that.
Okay, great. Well, which is great. We love that.
Yeah.
So, and you're going with George, I'm assuming, to these places.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You and George of the Jungle are going to these events. So you go to all these events and you start making connections, and your goal in doing this is to either elevate to even higher festivals or to get it bought by a major or even like an indie studio distributor, or to get directly to a streaming service.
Yeah, exactly. So like basically like somewhere along the way we were extremely so we were disillusioned going into that in all fairness.
Okay.
We were under the impression that it worked the same way it did in the 90s, Movie does well at a festival, distributor meets you outside, says, "Hey, we love this, we want to buy it." It doesn't work like that anymore.
Okay.
In the last 6 months, we've learned the reality of the situation, and this is all a learning process too. Like this is all important. Like this is all good for people to know that want to make films. So it doesn't work the way we thought it did.
Okay.
We thought it worked the same way it did in the 90s. We get into a good festival, someone sees it, oh my God, I love this, I want to buy this, whatever. It doesn't work like that. You have to send like 100 emails. You have to get like 100 no's. You have to get several no's before you even get the chance of a yes. So somewhere along the way, we learned this. And while we're doing this process of trying to secure distribution in some aspect, some way, some form, whatever, I get bombarded with this information that we're releasing on YouTube for free. So this was not discussed. This was not a plan.
This just comes to you.
This is something I found out from the page that I'd been managing. I'm like, what the fuck is this post? And I sent a text message.
Oh, so
yeah,
as you are, hitting up distributors and it's like, okay, you guys are in the trenches, you're getting it done. Suddenly it says, hey, it's going to be free on YouTube.
Yeah. So that's really my biggest. That's why I had to say something.
Oh,
Because
that's insane.
this is something that was not discussed. This is not like something in the plan. There's several people that have invested more than just money into this. You know, there's been time, there's effort, there's abilities, talent, all these
Right.
things, and they've all been invested with the idea that, hey, this is gonna go further than we've ever gone. You
Right.
know, and that's why I had to say something, because I feel like I just had to make my statement clear in the sense of like, I don't want to look like a liar. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to like
Right.
look like I'm like scamming people or being like, hey, you know, like, by the way, it was just for YouTube, you know, like that's
Right.
fucking lame, dude. You
Which
know?
like, to be fair, this is not like a bash against YouTube or the incredible production value of some videos on YouTube, because some videos on YouTube are legitimately incredible and like great films.
Absolutely.
But that was never the intention at any point. And so when that just shows up, you're just like, wait a second, that's not how this
I'm
is
like
going down.
blindsided by it essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude. And like, honestly, all things considered, had it been like planned out, bro, I would have had the sickest YouTube release, bro. Like, we could
Yeah.
have gone so hard on the marketing, the promotion, all this stuff. Like, I would have like killed it. Like, I know for a fact, like, bro, I would be doing like so much like underground, like BS content, you know, just pushing it to other platforms. I don't know what that Zoom is doing, but that's tight. As my hands are moving, I guess.
Yeah,
But
that was interesting. I
tight,
didn't
bro.
expect that, but it was fun.
Yeah, there's production value on this too. What up?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would have been so down for it, you know, had that been the plan. But this was never discussed with me. And that's 100% due to like personal fallouts that have been happening between me and my collaborator.
Between
And
you
it
and
sucks
George.
because yeah, and it sucks because like we may not be the best of friends, but we've always been cordial on a business level. And so even me like texting him like, hey, like this is a bonehead move. And then him being like, and basically him being like, you know, like this is nothing's guaranteed, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, you know what? That's kind of fair. You know, you kind of really don't owe me anything. If you're not making money, I'm not making money. That's totally fair. That's fine. But the fact that the project has just been sloppily released, it really breaks my heart. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have uh I'm not, my goal isn't to be messy here. I just really just want to be like really blatantly clear that this was not my plan. This is not something that I would have ever signed on for. And if I was to sign on for it, it would have been executed in a much better fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and like,
You're saying, hey, world, I am good at indie film promotion. And it's something that I've got not just like I'm good at it, I've gotten even better at it. You know?
dude, I would have killed this release, bro. Like,
Right.
honestly, and that's what breaks my heart. And it's like you can't just throw money at an Instagram ad and hope for the best. There's been zero UGC uploads. There hasn't been any like TikTok plan. Like, I was saving the creation of a TikTok channel until we had something to actually promote. You know what I'm saying? This would be the moment to drop a TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Absolutely.
I hope George watches this and he gets it and he's like, yo, okay, like, you know, fuck it. No one's getting paid. That's fine. I still want this project to have legs. And like, I'm not saying squash the release, don't watch the movie. The movie's great. And I'm really proud of what we
Yeah.
did. I'm just really disappointed that, like personal vendettas have led to this, you know, sloppy release. And that's my biggest crux of this all. It's like, I'm not here to be a hater, but I am here to be like, you had a great team behind you. And the fact that
Mhm.
you throw it all away just to spite the team, it hurts my heart, you know?
It's insane. It's like it's such intense behavior to do something when even if you would have said like, hey, this is the plan,
Yeah.
it could have gone off so much better. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Like, straight up. And like, I mean, like, it's really not about the money for me. Like, at the end of the day, I think I only invested like a total like $4,500 max. I never profited off merch, despite what has been said.
right.
Never profited off merch. I still have a closet full of merch. If anyone wants any First Friday stuff, hit me up. Trying to get a little money back. But it's not about the money. It's about like, dang, bro, like I really thought this project could have gone a lot further. I mean,
Yeah.
look at the Instagram post that's still it's no longer pinned to my account, but it was my pinned post for the last 2.5 years. It says we're not making YouTube videos anymore. And then here we are with the YouTube video, bro.
Yeah.
And then the other heartbreaking aspect of this is the YouTube release has terrible SEO right now. It's the bio for the YouTube just says a film by. It doesn't have, any of the cast and crew. Like
What?
I generated a whole EPK on this. Like I made like a whole, like, there's so much like stuff that's just been forgotten or, just like let go just in spite. I feel like it feels like.
Wait, the description on the YouTube video does not include cast and crew?
No, it just has the director's name. And I'm like, dude, like, come on, bro. Like, that's like not even like.
Oh my goodness!
Like, if you want to slide us, but you're killing your own SEO. There's IMDb's, there's a Film Freeways, there's Letterboxd, there's all these like internet breadcrumbs that would lead you to the picture. Like, there's so many ways we could have like really knocked this release out of the park, and that's what breaks my heart about it. Is because this project is good. It's a good movie. Like, it has its issues. Obviously, it's an indie movie. That's fine, but it could have been released in such a sick manner. Like, bro, I put so much effort into the promotion, socials, all this stuff. I got us on the local news, like all these things, and it's just forgotten out of spite. I feel like it's like this is like that's what makes it personal. It's like it breaks my heart because, like, personal beef or not, I want to do good business and I want to do right by the people that worked with me, dog. Like, that's really what it comes down to, bro.
The idea, like, I can't imagine anyone ever wanting to work with someone who on their credits portion on a YouTube description just put their own name.
And like, bro, like at the very least, that's what you ask for from a music video director. That's what you ask for from anyone you work with. You include who worked with it.
So recently I put out that video for I Die, right?
Mm-hmm. Which I'm banger, by the way. We need to talk about that. That's stuff I want to get into as well. I love that song.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of the song, and I think Bombs killed it on the video. I think he's a super talented videographer.
Great location.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we my drummer who I worked with, Joe, suggested the location. He was like, you should do it in this ghost town. And I was like, oh, and he's like, there's a chapel there. And I'm like, ooh, that's going to be sick. And so we hit up the people and we had a small crew. And so they gave us like a super crazy price. Like, it was so cheap to get out there.
We lucked out,
Yeah. Oh, we lucked out hard and it was great. It was just stellar production. And we just, I'm so proud of that. But even in that, in the description, it names like everyone
at the very least, and it's like, it's not,
and it connects to their YouTube too, because Bombs has his own YouTube. So I'm like, go check out more of his stuff because he is legitimately talented.
And not only is that just doing good business, that's good for your SEO. That's good for your your internet presence.
Right, and but it's also like then they'll want to work with me again. Then they'll be like, oh, cool. This is someone who's very grateful and who like shouts out the person who's worked on this.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm really not trying to like make this like a smear campaign against so-and-so. I just think that this was a boneheaded call, and I feel really bad for everyone that did put the effort in. You know what I'm saying? And I really just want to make sure like people understand that I'm not trying to be messy at all. I'm literally just trying to make sure that people know it wasn't my call. And this, like, you know what I'm saying? I want to do right by the people I work with, it's the very least. And like, I really do care about this shit. Like, I really think this project is phenomenal. I really stand by this film. I think we all put so much effort into it. It's like 2 years of our lives, invested into it. And I really just wanted it to have more legs. It's not about the money for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like $5,000, you know what I'm saying? It's fine, bro. I've won $5,000 at the casino before. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a huge deal to me. It's more about like, this was a boneheaded call. This is a sloppy release. And I feel like it was done hastily. And you know what I'm saying? It wasn't done with the same care and effort that we had for the entire project. It's like fumbling the ball on the goal line. You know what I'm saying? It's like those guys that like they're dancing into the end zone and they just toss it behind them and they don't realize they haven't crossed the goal line.
It's like a band getting on a major showcase, and then just one of the guys tells the whole band that it's a different time that the showcase goes on, and he's like sure, he's the vocalist, but he doesn't play any instruments, and he just goes on and sings the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah,
in front of like 10 label executives.
This is
like
not
it's that amount of stupid
for the last 2 years. This is not what we have been envisioning. I do, and like low key, YouTube was discussed like very early on as like Plan D. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, I'm not saying Tubi is the right route. I'm not saying like just hanging on to it for another year was necessarily the right route. I don't know what the right route is. I just know that this is the wrong one.
Right. Especially because it wasn't discussed. Like, even if you're going to do YouTube, do a good release on YouTube.
And like, look out for the people that, you know, at the very least, that the people that, you know, put so much effort in. And I see a litany of issues with the YouTube release. I see a litany of issues. And like, low key, like looking back on everything, like we could have been a lot better on our due diligence across the board. I mean, there was a lot of things that came up, a lot of conversations that should have been had. But we were so wrapped up in the excitement of making a movie.
Mm.
And like, I feel like that's the lesson to be like, to pull from this for every other filmmaker is like, if you're going to do it right from every aspect. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that like looking back on it, and like I guess that's the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? I did pull a lot of experience from this experience. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned so much, and I'm like really grateful for the opportunity and the fact that I got to work with so many cool people. And I don't want to make it feel like it's like this personal beef between, you know, me and George. However, I do think that there is there was personal reasons why it was done in this fashion, and that's just sloppy business, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. I feel like I understand it. So I saw something, you mentioned Tubi. I saw something briefly on your Instagram story about Tubi. Was there a potential deal being made with Tubi?
That's not the deal's not necessary. There's
Okay.
Self-distribution options that exist. And
Oh.
so that just like with music, you know what I'm saying? There's a
Mm.
DistroKid for movies. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's websites where you can push your film, and like the return on that is garbage. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But at least it gets it potentially in front of more eyes. It gets it potential. And like that's that's where your marketing campaign comes in. And I've done everything for no money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
Yeah.
like PR companies get paid tens of thousands of dollars to promote films.
Totally.
I got our Instagram to 250,000 views at one point.
Which is
In 1 month,
crazy.
which is for an indie film is crazy. There's A24 films with less followers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like that's 100% due to the group effort that was involved. There was not a single individual. I mean, when this decision was made, every producer was pulled out of the bio of the film on the Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like it feels like this is like a personal slight. And it never was supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying? This was like a group collaborative project.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh.
So
Oh,
it's
that
like
just like hurts my like heart. It's so insane.
it
Like,
sucks, man. It
oh
really
man,
does.
even thinking from like a legal perspective, just the mess you're getting yourself in with
And like
doing that. Like,
And like low key, I don't have any leg to stand on legally. You know what I'm saying?
because
I didn't own majority of the project. I owned in all honesty, I put 10%. I had a 10% cut of the final revenue, whether that was and that was off of the gross revenue. So like whatever we made back. And so like whether it was $50 or $500, it was only 10%. There
right,
was a handshake deal that was made in May um, for a larger percentage because I had put so much sweat equity into it, and I was like basically fed up. I was like, dude, I can't be putting 100% of the effort into the promotion for only 10% of the cut.
yeah,
And so like that's. But low key, like that was just a handshake deal. I didn't force it. I didn't like demand a contract. And like looking back on it, it wouldn't have done anything anyway.
yeah,
Um, and my ultimate goal was to get the money back for the project. It wasn't to get
right,
rich. It wasn't to go viral. It was to get this film to as many eyes as possible and make the arts district its own like little cultural hub that people go and visit because, oh, I
right,
saw it in this movie, you
right,
know?
right.
And like that
Which would be great.
there was a greater purpose at work, and I feel
Yeah,
like it's all just been squandered because I don't have a reason.
right, right. Well,
Like
and I think there was, and correct me if I'm wrong, there was some aspect of this where you're like, yeah, I'm doing this in some aspect to have more of a career in the film industry.
absolutely, yeah,
Yeah,
and then like to learn and to be like better, and I feel like I
yeah,
did gain a lot from that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm not here to be messy about personal aspects because I did genuinely benefit from this project. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Um, and but that being said, the project is just like it's just fairy dust at this point. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like
There's nothing to
without
it.
without a hardcore promotional campaign, it's not gonna go anywhere, which sucks because I love this movie. And like hopefully this is me marketing the film. I hope you're aware of this. Like
Oh no, I know.
this, I think everyone should go watch this movie because we put so much effort into it. Um, and I care about this project, you know. But you know, every new filmmaker, make sure that not only do you possess your own contract, make sure you're aware of LLCs, make sure you're aware of the music licensing, make sure you're aware of all this, and don't trust if someone says, "Oh, I'm getting it taken care of." Don't like the first thing you should always get is some sort of accountant or someone that's down to manage the books. Um, $30,000 of the film was basically just made to make the movie. None of the back end, nothing was spent on the back end. Nothing was spent on the behind the scenes. Nothing was spent on a lawyer. Nothing was spent on like actual legal contracts. Looking back on it, I don't think any of our contracts are valid. I don't think any of them are notarized. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like there's a lot of things where it's like that's just sloppy business on everyone's part,
Yeah.
just for not doing the due diligence. But that's also the naivety of doing something for the first time.
Right.
So like, yeah, I don't have a legal leg to stand on. I don't have any sort of I played myself, you know what I'm saying, to an extent. And I did buy into, oh yeah, we're all gonna make it, you know, and that's local rapper mentality. You know what I'm saying? You
Totally.
never make it out the hood like that. That being said, when that's done across the board, you gotta keep your promises, man. You gotta
Totally.
you gotta at least try to do a good job.
Yeah.
You
Agreed.
know? And
Agreed.
that's basically why I had to, like, that's why I posted yesterday. I was like, yo, let's get on some podcasts and clear things up, because people think that I'm trying to be, you know, messy. Or I don't know how many times I had to say that, but people think that I'm trying to be disparaging of this certain individual. I just think this was a boneheaded business call and I don't rock with it. And I think there was a million ways that it could have been promoted better. I basically, like, the fact that like me having to post I got screwed is the biggest marketing campaign for this movie. It sucks.
Yeah, that's not a good marketing campaign.
That sucks, dude. I mean,
Also, that's terrible marketing for the director.
people.
Like,
I'm not here to
right. I'm just saying, like,
disparage, you know.
doing that type of move, like, because like I saw him post at one point, like, text you like, "Hey, this is low key great marketing." It's like, I don't think you understand how much this ruins your reputation.
It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, and like.
And it potentially could ruin your reputation if you weren't protecting yourself, which is why I think it's so important that you try to control the narrative and be like, this isn't me. Because if you're associated with something like this and suddenly it has such a messy release, it's like, oh, T-Rex does messy releases. Yeah.
And that's not my goal at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to have a good time, bro. I'm trying to get this movie out. I'm trying to get people to like watch it. I care about this project. You know what I'm saying? But like when it comes down to it, it's like, oh yeah, like you can't, I don't know, telling everyone like, oh yeah, I got you, and then at the last second saying I don't got you because of some personal vendetta or personal beef or some, and I can't allude to the thought process on this. I think the current narrative that's being spun is that it's being done to inspire filmmakers. I don't see any inspiration at all.
No.
By doing a bad release. I really don't. And like that's the shame of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's not. I don't know. That being said, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I said my piece, and like I feel like please, if you do clip out anything, clip out the parts where I talk, you know, just blatantly state my case. You know,
if you, I was gonna say, because I'm not very good at clipping stuff. If you have anything you want to clip, just freaking collaborate with the podcast on it, and we'll put it up once we get this podcast out. So okay, I just briefly, because I mainly wanted to get the story, but I briefly wanted to go over stuff you're working on now and stuff you recently released, because I love your acting in the short, the witch short.
It's witch, bro.
So good. You killed that. It felt legitimately like Three Stooges vibes, and I love that. It's just, it's so good.
Let's go. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to talk about The Witch, bro, because I love this project. I think it's so cool. I'm so glad it worked out the way it did. Shout out to the Optics Film Fest for not forcing, but putting the battery in our backs to make something quick. We got three different shorts up. One of them was an advertisement, one of them was The Witch, and our director ended up working on a different project with the girl that played The Witch. Shout out Suzanne.
Oh, cool.
And they made a really beautiful cinematic piece. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like our shout out to that director, John Wary. He's going places. I really believe in this kid. And And
The
yeah, dude.
direction
So
was great. Like the composition of each shot was stellar.
dude, the lighting, sexy.
It's so good.
So
Especially because
yeah,
like with black and white, you have to like really focus in on like getting those contrasts and the lighting right. So
bro. Yeah, so I didn't even have to like walk the color grade down that much at all. Like it was so easy. That was basically like a CapCut filter, bro.
oh, that's so
The
great.
film was so well lit. We shot that on iPhone in
Beautiful.
log. So highly recommend everyone start shooting with iPhone with log. All you need is a SSD plugged in. Um, so yeah, let me tell you about the project. So the short contest had a 90-second match limit. I had written out this script. It was basically a lot of improv on the day. But basically the premise, is what you saw on screen.
Yeah.
Um, as I'm editing it, I realized none of this is gonna fit in 90 seconds. There's way too much going on. We're basically still at the date scene and it's a minute and 10 seconds long. And I'm like, what did I do? And I started speeding it up a little bit. And then I sped it up a little more. And I was like, dude, this looks like Buster Keaton. This looks
Yeah.
like Charlie Chaplin. I'm like,
Totally.
oh, let's go all in. And
Yeah.
it's really cool because I had a conversation with the optics guys a month prior about how they made the argument that the shift to vertical filmmaking is almost like the shift in the past from like silent films to talkies.
Love
And
it.
I was like, this is awesome because now I'm like really like we're starting at ground zero now with vertical filmmaking and we're going back to the roots of everything. Um, I didn't realize how much of a physical actor I was, but I have a ton of experience because I used to be a viral TikToker that made essentially silent projects. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that was designed for international audiences and wasn't dialogue driven. Um, so that was just kind of like already a muscle that I was flexing that I didn't even
Yeah.
clock that I was doing, especially like the door scene when I'm like slamming on the door and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
like that was just natural to me. I was like, that's just how you act. You get cartoonish, you know?
I never thought that's such a great connection of saying like, oh, the modern TikToker who is trying to appeal to a global audience is so much in line with the, black and white silent actors of the past. But it's such a
Absolutely.
good connection.
It's so accurate. Yeah. It's like, bro, I like even when we were doing the TikToks, I would go and rip Buster Keaton clips and be like, okay, let's do this. Like, I
Mm.
have so many cool ones. Like, hold on, let me see if I can show you one. Let me see if it'll show up on screen because like I have so many cool clips of like our TikTok days that like it's silent film. It's silent cinema, bro. And it's so cool. Like my most viral one is I was like a cop doing like a life hack. And the reason why it went viral is the cop is opening like a locked door. And he was like, the thing, like my boss is like, these guys were geniuses. I didn't really like working for them, but they were really smart with what they did. Um, my boss was like, the reason it works is because you jiggle the handle right away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, oh, so that like attributes like, oh, he's trying to open the door right away without even having to explain it, you know? Um,
Mm.
so like, let me see. Yeah, so like, let me see if this will show up. So like
Yeah.
this one with the clown, he's like, you know exactly what's going on. This guy's wearing a mask. He's dropping stuff on my head, and oh, he's like, oh, is he gonna wake up? He's gonna wake up. And then at the end, I got in trouble for this one because my scream was too real. Um, they want it to be like fun and light too. That's part of like Facebook rules. We go to the very end. Okay, so like this guy's like tap. I'm so scared. You know what I'm saying? And then, like,
Ah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
like,
yeah,
now
yeah.
he
It has
laughs.
to
He
be
takes the mask off.
right.
That scream was too real. I got in trouble for this one, but I love that clip.
Right.
But yeah, so it's stuff like that. It's like I used to do 60 reels a day for these guys. It would be me and a partner. So like 60 was like the max. We did like 40 to 60 a day individually, and we would have a partner and we would do the same premise multiple times and just change the outfits. And then those different premises would end up on different channels. And so like that viral TikTok stuff is all physical acting. They're like,
Right.
it's the people that shush the camera when they're he's doing a prank, shushing the camera. Don't tell anyone,
Right.
stuff like that. So yeah, so that all like led to this is all like what led to me making that short. Really loved it. Really really proud. I ended up taking away an award for best actor, which is really cool. Not like best actor, but I got like recognized for my acting. It
Yeah.
was me and this other artist, Ashley Jade, and we took away the prize, which was really cool, and that was like really dope. And like a lot of the shorts were really cool, but they were made by filmmakers and not social media people, and you could see the difference. People that like
Mm,
linger on shots a lot longer, um, like really cinematic views, but it wouldn't do well on socials. It would be something you look at for like a second and you swipe up.
yeah.
And so like I was blessed enough to have that experience with the TikTok thing, and was able to put something together that was like fun and quippy and fast, you know. And then shout out our team, we ended up taking away the award for the Not Good commercial for best advertisement, which was really cool. Very proud of that one. Like Numskull got $1,000 off of that, so that was really
Incredible.
tight. You know what I'm saying? It was dope, and like I love filmmaking, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
love doing. You know what I'm saying? I really love this process, and I love like storytelling to an extent.
Yeah.
Um, and so like, yeah, dude, I feel like that was a really cool like battery in my back. Like, okay, I can do this. And like my biggest thing right now is like make more shit. You know, whether or not
Yeah.
it's good or bad, just make more stuff. So don't get stuck in like the idealism, because that's what happened with the First Friday project. We got stuck in the ideal and it ended up burning us all in the end. If you just made stuff to make stuff, you're eventually going to get recognized. It's not about the recognition. It's about like, how much you love to make things.
Right.
And
Right.
that's been my biggest lesson. Just like something I've been like really pushing on my own. But it's really come to fruition as of the turn of the new year.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So yeah, The Witch is awesome. I just got to work on a short on Saturday. We spent 18 hours on the day, bro. Incredible team, people that were down to work, very friendly like people, really talented actors. We did this short called Last Man's Land. It's a post-apocalyptic film. It's about, I think it'll run about 15 minutes. Really, really cool shots. Really incredible
Sick.
cinematographer. Shout out to Kyle Cooper. Shout out to Chris Cameron, the writer director. And yeah, Chris sent me the script last summer, and I thought it was like really exciting. But I was like, yo, this could be a little bit better. And then like I provided some, you know, some insights, some tweets, and then like once I saw it on the day, the script didn't change that much. Once I saw it on the day, I was like, no, this is awesome. You know what I'm saying? My
Mm,
insight was dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
right.
so cool. Seeing it done on the day was so exciting. The performances were freaking crazy. This kid Mike's going places. Jonathan James going places. Dude, Rico's going like all three actors that we featured in the short are dummy talented.
Love it.
They're legitimate. Like the film centers on I think he's a veteran, and the guys that worked on it were actual veterans. So
Oh,
we had one of our producers, Rico, was like sitting there with the actor, like, "Hey, you got to hold the gun like this, or you got to open both eyes if you're going to use the sight like that," and like little like tweets like that you wouldn't clock unless you had actually held an M4. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like
right,
stuff like
right.
that. Really sick experience. We shot it in the desert, dry lake bed, beautiful
Love it.
location.
Great
Um,
location.
so lucky to have been a part of that crew. I didn't really do that much, to be honest. Like I will walk away with a producer credit, but honestly, like the team around us was so incredible. Like I really didn't have to do much. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
It
and
was
I imagine that because you're so good at like promo for releases, that your role will expand as you get
absolutely, yeah, yeah.
released. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
you want Reds on the team. I call it the Reds factor.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, if I was doing a film, I'd be like, yeah, can we get Rex on this because he knows how to make things big. You know,
yeah, I know how to make noise. And like,
yeah,
yeah, dude, this project is sick, dude. I'm so excited for this. Like, this is me making noise for this project because I'm so passionate about how good
yeah.
it's gonna be. Like, bro, we were so fed up with the day, bro. Like we were working. So like the last section we shot at Spacecraft Studios. Have you been in there yet?
No, I haven't.
Spacecraft is sick, bro. It's in the Arts District. It's in that
Okay,
Alamo building.
okay.
Um, the issue with the Arts District, any filmmaker, listen, like clock this. We dealt with this on First Friday too. Any filmmaker that shoots in the Arts District, highly recommend doing it after 11 p.m. Or during the day, because there's a sweet spot between about 6 p.m. and 11 where helicopters will fly over and over and over and over again because of Grand Canyon tours or just strip walks or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, that kills your audio. That ruins a film. So we were battling with this the whole shoot. So yeah, let's get back into it. So Last Man's Land.
Last
And
Man's Land.
it's basically like it's okay, so it's a story told by a veteran about a veteran who is basically like believes in the idea of the country even though everything has gone to shit.
Yeah.
There's no America left.
Mm,
And it's so sick the way the story is told, the lighting,
Mm,
everything, bro. This project is so good, bro, and I'm so excited for it, bro. But to my point,
yeah.
so any filmmaker making anything in the arts district, don't do it between 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. because the helicopters will kill your day. So everyone was so over it, so mad, and like so annoyed with these stupid helicopters. But the team was able to get these like really sexy shots, bro. Like everyone was down to get like one more shot, one more. Like everyone stuck around, everyone got it done. It's so good, so good. So I'm
Beautiful.
very excited about that. Um, yeah, I don't know what else I can say to it besides these actors are phenomenal. Director was so fun to work with. He like treated his team so well,
Yeah.
and I'm really grateful to have been on that set.
I I like that concept because there's like this little political implication to it because I feel like there's this little thing. I don't know if you've like experienced this, but I feel like when I was in school and growing up, I feel like the America that was sold to me from an educational perspective is not the America that we then experience as adults.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean the
Yeah, so I love that idea in a like tangible, like physical way, having that
yeah,
exist.
it's like really blatant and like it's so cool because it's like it's told by a veteran, like someone who's actually like served our country and like had to have gone through more American stuff than any one of us. You know what I'm saying? We're just
Right.
artists, you and I.
Yeah.
But like he's been like confronted, like he's had to wear the flag on his sleeve and like believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
that's so sick. Like to be able to be like, like I still like, dude, the final crux of the film is so beautiful, bro. Like the last shot is so sick. And I think it says so much more than I can describe it as.
Love it.
But it's really, really good. Really excited for Last Man Standing. Or Last Man's Land. Sorry.
Last
Pardon me.
Man's Land.
Last Man's Land. Um, I kept calling Jonathan our last man, and it was very cool. Dude, he's so good, bro. Like I watched him like basically like more like he like I've had conversations with this guy, but he like morphed into Denzel on the day. It was very
Oh,
cool.
that's so
Yeah,
cool.
straight up Denzel
Oh, I
Washington,
love when
bro.
an actor's that good.
Oh, it was beautiful. Yeah, so that project is awesome. We got that in the can. That's coming in about 2, 3 months, hopefully. That's gonna do the festival circuit. That's gonna do really well. Um, and like eventually that is going to be released on YouTube. And that has been something
Okay.
that's been upfront from the start, but that's a short film, and that's what you do with a short film. Um,
Right.
which is awesome, very excited about that. Also, oh, dude, directed a not good commercial for New Year's Eve.
Love it.
Very cool. One of my first directorial experiences where I DP'd and directed. Obviously, it's just a commercial and it's just an Instagram ad, but it's sick. It's basically like
I'm excited.
we simulated a peephole. It's out. We simulated
Oh,
a
I gotta watch
peephole.
it.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's on my Instagram.
Okay,
Like
cool.
we simulated like like basically like people showing up to the front door of a party, being like, "Hey, let us in," and it's
Oh,
like all like
cool.
New Year's themed. Um, I don't like the way the color turned out. I think Instagram degraded the color a little bit, but it looks awesome, and all the actors were great. I got like 20 people to show up. I had like 20 people in my apartment, and I was like freaking out because I've never had that many people over. But it went so well, and I'm really grateful for my neighbors for not calling the cops, and I'm really grateful, or like what I'm saying, the security, and I'm really grateful for everyone that was able to pull up and act in it. Everyone was so down. It was basically like an extended kickback. It was so fun to shoot that too.
Love it. Okay. So you got the no good commercial that just came out. I've seen the advertisement for it. I didn't realize it was out, so I need to watch that. I'm excited for that.
That one slaps. The Not Good commercial is so sick. Shout out Not Good. Go buy Not Good so we can make more stuff.
What's not good?
Not Good is Numbskull's clothing brand, and
Oh,
Numbskull's
cool.
been active in the art scene for 8 plus years. He's also a muralist, graffiti artist.
Cool.
He does all of his clothing by hand. So it's really cool. He's basically taken up our friend's spare room and just made that his studio where he screen prints, he designs everything.
Love it.
It's a sick brand, and I'm so excited to have partnered with him to create more stuff. We have a lot of really cool ideas in the can that are they're gonna be fun. It's fun. It's cheeky. It's got like a post 9/11 2000s feel to it. It's really fun.
Cool. Cool.
Big fan.
Yeah, I like the Y2K era of like visually and music wise. I think there's been so much obsession in the last like 10 years with like 80s, and we're starting to get like a little bit of like the 90s throwback type of stuff going on. But to me, I'm like, oh, the Y2K drums are so sick. Like I'm all
Dude,
about that.
I love me some break beats, baby.
Yeah, yeah,
Jet Set
yeah,
Radio.
yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%, 100%.
Um, yeah, dude. Dude, on that same tip, Mod Sun had an interview recently. Love Mod Sun. He had this interview recently where he's like, "We're leaving hair metal and we're going into grunge," and that's kind of like this like basically like rejection of popular stuff. I mean, underground is back. I mean, all my favorite artists right now have less than like 50,000 hits.
Great.
And that's like it's like a really cool moment. And like Modson brought up the Taylor Swift album as kind of like the signifier of like the changing of the times, the changing of the guard, because that kind of flopped and she's been on top of the world. Same with Drake. You know, Drake's been on top of the world for the last forever.
I think the Drake flopping has better legs to stand on, just because the single from that Taylor Swift album has been top of the charts for the last like 4 months.
But by now she would have had 3 other singles that are topping.
If you actually look at like the time of Taylor Swift, she normally doesn't have a ton of number 1 hits. Like she has more of a handful. You look at someone like Katy Perry and it's all number 1 hits. Like
Facts.
during peak Katy Perry.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teenage Dream was a life-changing record. I got in an argument with someone about this.
No, Teenage Dream is huge. I feel like because Katy Perry's so irrelevant now and so just like off her rocker and, you know, has sexually assaulted people on camera a few times, like we don't credit her as much for having such a big impact on the music scene that she did, you know?
Yeah, dude, iconic. Absolutely iconic.
Yeah.
And that's huge credit to all of her producers, even the bad ones.
Oh yeah, no,
Even the
Max
bad
Martin, a genius.
Yeah, I think Dr. Luke has something to do with her.
Oh yeah, no, Dr. Luke is legitimately a great producer. He's just an absolute scumbag.
Garbage person, bro. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, so
I mean, so is Ariana Grande, and people still get into Ariana Grande, so whatever.
I do Ariana Grande. Dude, honestly, bro, she was just a messy 20-year-old, 25-year-old, whatever. I give her a lot more credit than she needs. She's so talented.
She is talented. She's a great actress, but
she did have to deal with Nickelodeon growing up. Like I give her a lot more benefit of the doubt.
There's a bit of benefit of the doubt, but you know, the amount of marriages that she's just destroyed is insane. That's a generational run right there.
Shout out.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. So basically, that's what we've got in the can. I also want to announce that soccer season is back, baby. March 28th is our home opener. You guys got to come watch me announce. I go, Las Vegas Lights fans, are you ready? You know,
I'm so excited. I really want to go to some Lights games this year. I'm very
so fun. I just found out that we lost one of our star players, bro. I'm so sad, bro.
I'm gonna miss. Did he get moved up or what?
I think he's just moving on to a different team or something.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't have enough information to tell you. Okay. But he had a really cool name, bro. His name was Gennaro. It was so good, dude.
I feel like this year too, because it's a World Cup year, you'll get like even more fans coming out than you would on a normal year.
I hope so. And like people know that I do it now too. I feel like the first year with anything, it's not people don't really come out and support as much as they should. Like it's kind of like, oh, it could be a fluke, whatever. But I'm back, baby. We're going so hype. We're getting so stupid this year.
It's so fun. Every 4 years, I get really invested in soccer. So this is my time.
The year, baby. This is the moment, bro. This is the moment. Why we're here.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, we got that in the can. I'm DJing a lot more, bro. I just threw down at First Friday at Audio Bar.
Yeah, I saw that.
Bro, arguably one of my favorite sets. I feel like I unlocked the chakra of good DJing. So very sick moment. I got a show tomorrow at Oddfellows. I mean, I don't know when this is gonna go up. I got a show with this group called Fun. Shout out DJ Kenteen Plus. He puts that all together. Check them out on the internet because it's all Fun is like basically like, okay, we're gonna mix in Paramore with fucking 3 6 Mafia. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see how weird we can get and how much fun we can have. And it's like it's all driven by the crowd. So it's like if I see, you know, a bunch of 22-year-olds, I'm gonna play a lot of Two Hollies. If I see a lot of like 40-year-olds, I'm gonna play some Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fun, dude. Yeah, it's literally fun. So big fan about that group that puts basically Canteen Floss puts it all together, but basically really big fan of those shows because it's so fun to DJ those. So yeah, dude, I'm cooking, dude. This year
I love it.
active, bro. There's so much going on.
Love it.
And I would hate to have my year marred by some messy bullshit, you know?
Right, right, right.
And at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be messy. I just want to say that I do good business and I look out for the people that look out for me.
Right.
And I don't want it to be a personal thing. I don't want it to be like, you know, I don't want it to feel like I'm like, oh, F this guy. Because at the end of the day, like that is one of my best friends, despite how boneheaded he's been lately. Um, I genuinely like don't want to feel like I don't want to close the chapter of this incredible project with a bad taste in my mouth because I
Right.
love this film. I love everyone that worked on it. I've watched it more than anyone in the entire world besides the director because I sat there in every editing session, I sat there in every sound design session, and I was there like dude, I was watching cuts. We went and buried my grandma in fucking January of 2024, and I was staying up late, waiting for my family to go to sleep so I could watch cuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I care about this project immensely. And I don't want it to feel like this feud is the only thing driving the success of it because this project is freaking beautiful. I created such a cool PR marketing campaign for it. I I I mean, okay, so here's some marketing, some game, okay?
Okay, I'm here for it because I'm all about trying to get marketing up because that is the one thing I suck at. I feel like
Here's
I
free
want to get
game,
better.
okay?
Let's hear it.
People don't buy a product. People buy a reaction, a story.
Yeah,
Um, People buy everything around the project. And you go back far enough, there's a lot of things that you didn't realize you fell in love with because of the marketing for that project. The first time I was ever able to clock it was, and this method goes back farther, but this is the first time I was smart enough to clock it. I was like maybe 14. It was when Kanye West released 808s and Heartbreak.
the story on that is so good.
You're hearing the music, but you're hearing, okay, his mom just died. His wife just broke up with him. He's going through this depression. He has a mullet now. Like
Yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
these things. He's switched up his whole style. You know what I'm
He had
saying?
another whole album that he was going to release that he shelved.
He didn't have the heart for it.
Yeah, because he was so depressed.
And that's freaking sick. But you're buying into marketing. That
Yeah.
story was driven by a PR campaign.
Oh,
And like
100%.
while it's all true stuff, you're buying into the things. And like so like if you look back on the first Friday film, there was a few times where like, yeah, we blatantly had to outline what the story was. But that was never the premise. You always heard about, oh, these kids made this movie in 7 days. It was $30,000, saved up our own money to do it. It was indie kids, first time actors, first time filmmaker, all these things. These are all elements that I crafted and designed. These are all things
Right.
that I consciously chose to highlight instead of, oh, this movie's about brother and sister in the arts district. You know what I'm saying? Like that was
Right.
present, but that was never the forefront of the conversation.
Right.
And so like, even when I was doing the press releases, like I'm gonna spill all the tea, bro. I was doing press releases to draw attention to the project, but they were not about the project. I mean, like, look at the one I did for the noise ordinance.
Right.
That was drawing attention to the project. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this,
Totally.
and that got probably 70,000 hits or something stupid because people resonated with it. It was true. It was active. It was going on. And the movie was the afterthought. And you're like, oh shit, like this is from the movie? Like, what's this movie about? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
So yeah, dude, like there was a lot of conscious decisions on my part to do the marketing. Unfortunately, the statement I made was just done. Like I wish I had planned this. I wish we were actually messy on purpose because it
Right.
would have been so sick to be like, oh, I'm the puppet master of all this. I'm not, dude. I really just got burned, bro.
Right.
And like it's not about $5,000 to $7,000. It's about a shitty release. And I
Right.
wanted a better release,
Right.
man.
Right.
I
Right.
really wanted a better release.
I remember when you did the stuff around the noise ordinance, and then a bunch of people also tried to market their stuff around the noise ordinance thing. And I saw it happening, and as it was happening, I'm like, oh, this is smart. Like, it's hard for me to do because like there's this part of me that's just like, oh, I feel weird like telling my story around a thing, even though I should. I need to like get rid of that part of my brain who doesn't capitalize on those opportunities. But I saw it and I was like, oh, this is so smart. This is so smart. And then it confused me because when the parking thing came up, which in my brain will kill it faster. Like that will kill the arts district faster than the noise ordinance.
Yes and no. I'm really split. I haven't spoken on the parking thing yet.
I know you haven't. And I was like, I
Um,
wonder why he hasn't. And then I realized, oh, it's because he's not in First Friday marketing mode.
exactly. Yeah. So that would have been brought up by the film. But Rhett standing up and speaking about the noise ordinance was a personal issue for me because I had been personally affected by that, and a brand that I worked for was personally destroyed by the person that was pushing that.
Right. Yeah,
Which
yeah. Because
sucks.
she straight up bought the property that you guys were on and destroyed it. And like,
And and literally, dude, the day it got tore down, bro, she was out there like it was Christmas morning, bro. She was so happy.
I bet. What a
Stuff like
sicko.
that. But dude, with the parking thing, it sucks. Like, but you go anywhere in LA,
Oh, it's parking everywhere. It's paid
parking
parking everywhere.
everywhere. You go anywhere in Chicago, it's parking everywhere. The city
Yeah.
of Chicago doesn't even see that money, which is crazy. They sold the rights to that to a foreign business. Crazy. But that being said, I think it's a terrible signifier of gentrification.
Yeah.
But it's also like like okay, there's very little barrier for entry to be an artist here, right?
Yeah.
Anyone can show up and do their art. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
We've gotten blessed with that for the last 15 years and look at the results it's yielded. You know what I'm saying? There hasn't been anyone blow up or anyone that serious. And the people that have blown up haven't done it down there.
Right.
I feel like they've done it through other
Well, yeah.
methods and-
And that's
So
totally an access to like gatekeepers. Like there's no significant gatekeepers that could connect you to the top right now in the local art scene.
yeah. So like my thing with the parking thing is if it takes someone that's down to invest, $12 to $15 every time they want to do an open mic, then they're taking it a little more serious than someone that can just pull up, park for free. And like that being said, I think that money should be going towards the businesses and not towards the
Not towards the
saying?
city who is just paying off a massive lawsuit because they were being racist douchebags that were like insanely racist. Have you watched the clips from that?
No, what happened?
From the Badlands thing?
No, I'm not hip at all. What happened?
Oh, whoa. Okay. So here's what happened. So the city of Las Vegas approved this guy to buy up this Badlands golf course to make a housing development there.
Mm-hmm.
And he spent like a ton of money on it. And then they turned around and were like, no, you're not allowed to do it because they got paid off by a bunch of wealthy people in that nearby neighborhood who didn't want to ruin their views.
Mm.
Okay.
What?
Yeah. No, this is straight up. This is all like evidenced. Okay. So that happens. The guy's Jewish who buys up the property and who had already had all his clearances up, but they were like just trying to block him. And
Bro.
so they started saying like, oh, he's just like, they tried to paint him bad. But as they were trying to paint him bad, at first you could see like there were text messages between them that got out to the public where they were saying like, oh, this guy's a douchebag, like just saying like bad things about him that were pretty boneheaded. And then in a city council meeting, they start saying insane anti-Semitic things about this guy. Like, I think the comment was, oh, you're just one of those Israelis who wants to bash our heads against the cement like you would to a Palestinian.
Bro, what?
It's insane. You have to watch it. You have to get into the Badlands thing because it is like next level. Anyway, so the city ends up eventually settling on this lawsuit and it's $200 million or something like that. It's like insane amount of money. And that all has to come from tax collection now. So it's not, it's the city council people don't have to pay for it. You know, the mayor who was the mayor at the time, who's no longer the mayor because it was Goodman at the time. It's not Goodman anymore. She doesn't have to pay for it. None of these people have to pay for it. Who's having to pay for it? The artists? You're making the artists pay because you guys were racist, anti-Semitic, insane people? Like,
bro, that's so ugly, but like
it's so insane.
Is it surprising? Does it surprise you one bit?
Oh no, it doesn't surprise me. I just think it's a wild thing that's happening. And so people were like commenting when people posted about it. They're like, oh, this is screwing up the arts district. Because like legitimately there are several businesses who have gone under specifically because of the parking thing.
I think that's a big part of it. That being said, I think that the powers that be want those businesses. Like if they can't hang, they don't want them around because, I mean, let's be honest. I went to a bar. I'm not gonna name which bar, but you can check out the menus of the new bars down there, and they're selling a $12 bowl of olives. Like, bro, I pulled up to my friends and I was like, "Oh, dude, which one of you asked the bartender for hella olives? Like, I'll do that. Like, I love olives too. Like, sometimes I have to be yeah." And they're like, "No, no, no, we bought this." And I was like, I went to the menu. I was like, $12. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy
That's
work.
insane. That's insane.
It's
But like at the same time, like how are you supposed to survive when you have like these insane rents? Because they have to pay so much rent to be in the arts district. It is crazy. But
Oh yeah,
it's all like unoccupied space. Like there's so many spaces there that aren't occupied. So I'm like, you're killing it. You're gonna kill the arts
they'd
district.
rather have a business pay full price for 6 months than give someone a discount for a year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, which is insane. It's just bad business practice.
and that's I mean, dog. Like, I don't know. Someday one of us is gonna be a politician, and someday one of us is gonna change the world.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
like,
I have a friend who's currently like he has like a really good politician track, and I think he'll do some legitimately good things.
I think there's going to be one of the artists that steps up. Like I noticed that Bridgie Nates is running for lieutenant governor, and she's like I think she's like an aerialist, but she's an artist, musician, all this stuff. Like she's an actual artist. Like you see
Yeah,
her at fashion shows and stuff, and like
love it.
she's actually running for office, and that's cool to see. You know what I'm
No,
saying? Shout out.
I love that type of thing. And the problem is that sometimes these politicians try to cozy up to the artists to try to seem cool and get like that cool vote going
Mhm.
for them. So you also have to be like kind of aware of that and
Wary, but yeah,
weary.
I
Yeah.
mean, like
But
I don't know, like
yeah,
dude, I feel like, and that's the thing. Like, that's what I love about our community is like we'll be like we'll call out some bullshit. I mean, like
absolutely.
it's clearly happened with the noise ordinance. To have so many people like rabble rousing like that was very exciting.
Yeah.
When it turned into like a smear campaign just on that lady is when it got ugly, it got racist, it got weird. But I
Yeah,
was,
which like it someone being Asian doesn't have a thing to do with them being,
yeah, hate how someone acts. Don't hate who someone is. You know.
yeah, hate what they do, not who they are, because
Yeah.
you can't control that crap. Like some of my favorite artists in the arts district are Asian. Like
Shout out Dot Wave, baby.
yeah,
Big
Dot
fan of
Wave's
Dot Wave.
Dot Wave's sick. Scotty's great. I don't know if you know Shikati.
Shikati did.
Shikati's
Dude,
so
fire.
good.
He'd be rapping in like I don't know what he speaks, but he raps in his
He
own
raps
like
in Japanese,
in
yeah.
Japanese, yeah, and it's like
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
like
yeah. And then
so
like,
cool.
you got like Jan. Even the Upso girls, like some of the
Yeah,
Upso
dude.
girls are Asian, so like
Shout out, dude. And
yeah.
like even like, dude, I think Jeff is Asian, bro.
Jeff
You know
Jeff's
what I'm saying?
Jeff's
Or like
Taiwanese,
Hawaiian
yeah.
at least, you
So
know what I'm saying? So
no,
it's
yeah,
cool
Jeff's
as fuck, you know?
Taiwanese.
Or
So yeah,
yeah.
no, Asians are dope.
Yeah, big
As
fan.
long, but like, don't do stupid things just as a person. Like,
Yeah,
white,
and
black, Asian, whoever,
yeah,
don't.
don't be a piece of shit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
so, but that being said, yo, the people have voted with their dollar as well. You notice that the Pepper Club is no longer open.
Right.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I haven't stepped I think I might have went there once after, but I stopped going, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
this girl wanted to do brunch, so I was like, let's go to brunch. But yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so stuff like that. It's like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like the arts community definitely stands up for itself, and that's
Yeah.
really exciting. And that's why I like believe in all of us. And like I've as I've gotten more and more corporate work, I've been less and less involved in the arts district. But that being said, like when I do get the opportunity to play down there, when I do First Friday, the event, I play at Audio Bar and I hang out with some of my favorite DJs in the whole world. And I learned so much from them. And
Right.
I'm surrounded by talent. And that's like, I feel like that's why you've continued to do your open mic series is because you keep discovering great talent. You keep seeing
Yeah.
like people that care about it and love it. And whether or not I'm there physically, I know that someone's going to be down there caring about it. And that's
Yeah.
the biggest aspect.
Yeah.
I
For
really,
sure.
yeah, I love our community.
Same.
I hate the helicopters overhead when I film, but I love every other aspect of the arts district. You know,
Yeah. So everyone, unless you have more to say, everyone go watch the First Friday movie on
go watch the
YouTube.
movie.
Go
Yeah,
watch it.
go watch it. It's a good movie, and you know, stay to the end and watch the credits and see all the people that worked on it because they all deserve the same shine. Every business that was involved is awesome. We even got like a school involved for one of the scenes because we needed a news studio. So we used like one of the school's broadcasting, setups like for their news desk and like stuff like that. Like, bro, like we got freaking Nate Tannenbaum in the movie, dude. I'm so grateful. Like that everyone like took the time. Like Nate did that pro bono, dude.
I love Nate Tannenbaum and his like willingness to be involved.
Bro, he loves the city, bro.
He legitimately loves the city, and he's like it's weird because to me, I'm like, there are few celebrities who compared to Nate Tannenbaum. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
Like as someone who grew up in Vegas, Nate Tannenbaum's a legend.
Bro, going back, like he used to live down the block from my high school. He used to come hang out at our high school football games and like support. Like, you know what I'm
Goated.
saying? Like, what a sweetheart, bro.
Oh,
Like
he's such a nice guy.
hey, I'm not only gonna represent the city on TV, I'm gonna represent the city in every action I do. Like, I love that. I have so much belief. I think Nate should run for mayor, dude. Honestly, I'd vote for Nate.
I would vote for
Um,
Nate in a heartbeat.
um,
I would vote for Nate for county commish.
yeah,
Like he can go higher than mayor for me.
yeah, dude. Honestly, dude. Like, there's so many. Like, yeah. So, like, dude. Like, yeah. So, yeah. Watch the Arts District or watch First Friday because it shows the Arts District. We love the Arts District. We love the artists involved. I hate the way it went down, but I'm glad at least that people get a chance to watch it. It's not about the money for me. So if that's the narrative that's being pushed, it's not about the money, but it is me trying to do right by like me speaking up is me trying to do right by everyone that worked on it and everyone that cared. And all things considered, I'm not trying to be a hater. Despite the fact that it was all in one individual's hands to pull this off, it was not all in one individual's hands to make the project.
Okay, I love that messaging. Even though one individual did things that potentially screwed up the release of this, there are so many people who worked on it that deserve the love and credit for all of it.
Absolutely. And like we all deserve a little pat on our backs for even making a movie. That's so hard to do. That's the hardest part of it.
Yeah,
Really grateful that we got to showcase it at my favorite theater, the Beverly Theater. I'm really grateful that, everyone took the time. Like L13 made that song on his own accord. You know what I'm saying? Like luckily, like he had heard about it from me, but he just did it,
you just did it.
And that's
sent
so
it
cool.
over.
Yeah.
And
Like,
it is a
slaps.
banger. It's legitimately a banger.
A banger, bro. I listen to it all the time.
Yeah.
It brings back fond memories. I'm sitting on so much merch, and I will sell it to you at cost because I'm not here to make a profit. I'm not here to get rich off of this.
You're just trying to make back the money.
I just want to make back like the
the money that you spend on
$2,500 I spent on it.
merchant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, had I done it from the jump for free, I still would have done the same amount of effort and same amount of work. It wasn't about
Right.
the money at all for me. It was about how much I believed in it and how much I felt like this project has legs. We are going to do something greater. And I don't want to look like, I don't want to look like it's a sour taste. You know what I'm saying? I'm really proud of us. It's like,
Love it.
I don't want to, and that's really the crux of it all.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for taking the time to hear me out. And I really do want to, make sure that I'm doing good business in the future. I want people to come hang out at my DJ sets. I want people at the soccer games. I want to, ultimately care about the people that look out for me. And if there's anything more I could do or any other projects I could get on, I'm very grateful for those opportunities. Go check out the Last Man's Land Instagram
excited.
because they're starting to drop a ton of stills and stuff from the day. That project is sick. And yeah, dude, come hang out at soccer games and watch me at a DJ set. Go buy some Not Good. And
Amen.
there's a lot going on. I'm cooking, baby. The kitchen is hot right now, bro. I got 20 different pans going.
Love to hear it. Yeah. Great. Thanks for being willing to help let me be a vehicle for you to get your story out. I'm like very excited for people to know your side of it. I loved your approach in talking about it. And yeah.
Absolutely. And yeah, no, it's all love across the board. I don't want it to feel messy, and that's why I had to say something because people are starting to spend things outside of my control, and I just want to make sure that the record is clear. I'm not trying to be a hater of the individual or the project. I'm just a hater of the way it was released, and that sucks.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Well, thanks. Thanks so much.
Good yap, dude. Love you, Kevin, dude.
Love you too, bro.
You're always doing good stuff. Don't stop going, baby. Don't ever stop. Go watch the music video I Die, bro. That shit's good. Bro,
Thank you.
Have you released the acoustic version yet?
There's not an acoustic version, but I can release it.
Make it, bro. That bridge is so sexy, bro. And you're just like, if you're just like, I don't remember the words. I was watching the video on repeat, like trying to learn the words. Like I was like, I'm gonna cover this slow if Kevin doesn't. But please do that.
Yeah. The chord progression is so easy. So
please.
It's just A minor, C major, D minor, E7. So it's like it's just the same thing over and over again. It's so easy.
Very good. That bridge is sick, dude.
Thank you. The bridge is the one place it changes, and I love I love a good bridge. I tried to emulate like the inner Brand New in me for the bridge.
I love Brand New.
I love Brand New too.
Such that Jesse sucks as a person. Great.
Yeah.
Great
Well,
man.
at the same time, like of all the people who've done nasty things, one of them's apologized.
Hey, I'll take that.
And he straight up came out when the stuff was going on. He's like, I apologize. Here are the things I go through, and people are like, you're not apologizing enough. And I'm like, dude, he's actually apologizing.
I have an incredible amount of respect for a piece of shit that knows they're a piece of shit.
Same. I still went and saw them this last summer when they started doing some shows again.
I want to go see them. I didn't know they were playing.
Yeah, they're playing again. Dude, it was this summer I saw two of the best shows I've ever seen. One was Brand New. The other was this K-pop guy named G-Dragon. Huge in Korea.
G-Dragon I've heard of too, yeah.
Oh, I love G-Dragon. Oh.
I'm not a K-pop guy, but dude, your K-pop production as well. Shout out that.
Thank you. Cool. I'm gonna end the recording.
Great.